Back at 7:48 this morning on our special series, Secrets of the Future Today, Living Forever. Can science make that a reality? Here's NBC's Keith Miller.
Humans have dreamt of immortality since the beginning of time.
We're the first creatures that know clearly they're going to die, so we're pretty upset about that fact.
Religious belief is built on everlasting life. Alchemists have searched for the secret of eternal youth.
Drink that potion, and you'll never grow even 1 day older.
And science fiction treats living forever as reality.
You cannot die in the clouds. Accept it.
And now some scientists think that death may be overrated.
There is no evidence of a death gene. What it is we're simply dying because of a series of accidents.
Accumulated cellular and molecular damage is what kills us, they say. Fix that, and a much longer lifespan may be within reach.
When do you think it will happen when life expectancy will be in the hundreds?
With a bit of luck, it's going to happen within the next few decades. That suddenly we go to having a life expectancy that can't be measured.
The holy grail of life extension is to discover how to slow down the aging process, to stop all of us from growing old.
I think we're going to be able to defeat aging, to keep people in a biologically youthful state as long as they live. We stop people from getting sick. The longevity benefits are a side benefit.
And it will take an arsenal of cutting-edge medical technologies, some of them already out there, to repair, replace, and maintain our cell structure. For those who can't wait, there's a billion-dollar industry devoted to holding back the hands of time. Some people swear by the benefits of sub-zero temperatures. And for a cool $120,000, you can go into cold storage, perhaps to be resurrected in the future. A calorie-restricted diet can extend the lifespan of worms and mice. But does it work for humans? David Fisher has lived on 1,500 calories a day for 20 years, about half the average male intake. It involves some sacrifice.
When I smell a pizza, then yeah, I'll think, well, that's quite nice.
But Fisher, now 52, says he feels and looks like a much younger man.
What I don't want is for nature to set a limit on my longevity. I want to keep the option open.
But a vastly extended lifespan brings potential problems.
Can you imagine watching reality TV for 1,000 years?
I certainly cannot imagine watching reality TV for 1,000 seconds. But, hello, I have a feeling you probably will like not getting Alzheimer's disease.
Where does sex fit into this?
It's quite clear that we're going to be able to maintain people's sex drive for as long as they live.
For 1,000 years. I think people will be very tired.
And that leaves the question of eternal love.
For as long as you live.
Giving the marital vow till death do us part a whole new meaning. For today, Keith Miller, NBC News, London.
Wow.
See, I can't afford another 100 years of my body parts dropping and drooping. You know, it's just, I can't
wasn't going to go there.
there.
I was thinking about the retirement planning that I've got to restart, you know?
But you can have sex. That's great.
Okay.
Enough already.
I've read that you think that we could have a longevity, a lifespan of 1,000 years?
I think we're going to be able to defeat aging. What that means is that we're going to be able to keep people in a biologically youthful state as long as they live. Biologically youthful meaning the way that your typical young adult is. But really that's not the point. The point is we stop people from getting sick. The longevity benefits are a side benefit.
Are you looking at a pill? Are you looking at technologies?
Initially we're certainly not looking at a pill. We're looking at going into hospital for maybe a month or two or more and getting a whole range of different things done. Stem cell therapies, gene therapies, maybe a bit of tissue engineering, as well as more traditional things like vaccines and small molecule drugs. A whole bunch of different things being done simultaneously to address different aspects of the aging problem. There won't be one breakthrough. This is the critical thing to understand, that what we need to do with the defeat of aging is to develop a comprehensive panel of repair and maintenance treatments. And that means it's really a divide and conquer strategy, where we identify all the various types of cellular and molecular damage, side effects of metabolism, basically.
When Do you think it will happen when life expectancy, the average life expectancy, will be in the hundreds?
The timeframes are speculative. It could be that these technologies will come along in the next 25 years or so. And in that case, obviously, people who are in their 40s now will be able, by and large, to benefit. It might be that we get unlucky and it takes 100 years, in which case hardly anyone who's alive today will benefit. And we just don't know. I would say there's a 50% chance that we'll get there within 25 or 30 years.
In a nutshell, the idea is to create therapies to rejuvenate and create or maintain healthy cell structure.
That's exactly right, yes. This is all about repair and maintenance of tissues. So in other words, rejuvenation is simply reversal of the accumulation of damage of aging. Reversal of the accumulation of various types of molecular and cellular alteration that are side effects of being alive in the first place, and that accumulate over time and eventually get in the way of our metabolism and cause diseases and debilitations. And we know, of course, from the example of cars, that we can do this indefinitely. We have cars that are over 100 years old, still happily taking part in rallies every year, and the reason we have that is because maintenance really works if you do it thoroughly enough. We've got to implement a lot of different repair and maintenance strategies and get them all working together in order to actually achieve that outcome.
If you lived to 1,000 years, life would be very boring.
Now, normally I just lose patience in such questions, but the fact is I understand why people are so irrational about this. The longevity benefit is a side benefit. The purpose here is to stop people from getting sick. And most people, would actually quite prefer not to get Alzheimer's disease and not to get cancer and not to get cardiovascular disease and so on. And if they end up living a long time as a side benefit, well, it's up to them whether they take that side benefit, but I have a feeling most of them probably would. And anyway, we're not going to be tying people down and rejuvenating them by force.